Okay. Tell us, Trey, what are you doing today?
Well, I'm spraying some food plots today. I'm Trey Snodgrass, work for Snodgrass Drone Services, 573-201-0575. I've sprayed a bunch of food plots. We do pasture spraying, row crop spraying. I've sprayed lakes before too, so need anything, just shoot me a call and we'll see what we can do.
And where are you out of?
I'm out of Vienna, Missouri.
Okay. What's your footprint? How far do you want to go from Vienna?
I'll drive up to an hour and a half away from Vienna, so I've drove over 100 miles before.
Well, that takes more than an hour and a half in Missouri, but all right. I love what you're doing here. I appreciate you coming on out.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Hey guys, welcome back. Let me give you some background on this in case you're new to food plotting or practices like this and you want to learn something about this. We are applying in this drone spraying a herbicide application for the corn and soybeans. We use the custom mix of Eagle seeds. So the spray today is going to be part glyphosate, part 2,4-D, probably a surfactant, and when I have it sprayed, or if I spray it myself, I'll also throw some nitrogen in there for the corn mostly. But either way, if you don't knock the weeds back on a corn or soybean application, they will simply overtake your crop and you won't have a crop at all, whether it's a crop for a cash crop or a crop, in our case, for a food plot. So it's critical that you give the corn and beans the nutrients that it needs and knock the weeds back, because weeds are called weeds for a reason. You know, even in the Bible, they talk about weeds and that they'll be thrown in and burned like the chaff and things like that. So weeds will wreck pretty much anything you put in the ground if you don't control it. So that's what today is. Glyphosate, 2,4-D, and no, it's not going to ruin the planet. These applications are so minimal. They only hit the leaves of the plants, and then they suck it in, and then that's the end of it. It kills the weeds. Corn and beans, it doesn't bother them because they're modified. So that's what today is. So some great scenery. We'll get an update from Phil soon. He's going to be 6-7 foot tall any day now. Matter of fact, I'll have a short coming out on that, which some of his is almost 6 foot tall. And then we'll get an update on our farm on how our corn and beans are doing. We're about at least 4 weeks behind. But let's check out the drone in action today. And to Trey Snodgrass, thanks. And if you're looking for a drone spray anywhere around the Rolla area, you know, within an hour and a half, his contact info will be in the description as well. So let's get back out in the field. So the next logical question might be from people is like, well, why do you need a drone sprayer? Why don't you just spray it yourself? Well, the main answer to that is you look how tall this corn is. So if you drive a tractor over this, a four-wheeler, a pickup truck, you're going to start wrecking your crop. And that's why the drone is so valuable. It causes zero damage to your crop. Them props actually push that chems down on all the plants that need to get it, particularly the weeds, and it sticks to them. So that's why. Does it cost you a little more? Yes, it does. But this is an investment in your land, whether you're doing this for cash crops or food plots. It's an investment in your land. So that's why the drone is so valuable. If you ran a 4x4 over this, you know, side by side, you're going to crush a lot of your corn plants. The beans can usually snap back. Corn plants will not. Once you crack the stem on the corn plants, then you're done.
We're going around and doing the edges and marking his area, but he's flying completely solo. There's no GPS on it. He's manually driving this in right now. So we're staying about 10 feet off of the field edge so we don't get the milo and we don't get the clover that's planted on the edges. We're just going around the plots, and then he's going in and just laying it in there. It's looking good though. We're gonna get a good look at that corn It was time. It was getting close. Getting a drone guy scheduled is really tough this time of year. With all the rain we've had, he's having a hard time keeping up. And so we had a window and we took it. But man, this guy is awesome. He is really flying it in. I'm glad to have a local guy to help me out. And we're just moving forward, baby. Moving forward.